Hi, I'm Izzy and welcome to God's Amazing Animals here at Pennywell Farm.
God's amazing animals. God's amazing animals. They're big, they're small, they're short and tall. On land, in sea, the air, they're everywhere. God's amazing animals. God's amazing animals.
On today's episode, we're going to be looking at an animal who can live to be really old, has a hard shell on their back, and move really slowly. And their name begins with a T. It's a tortoise. Let's go meet some now. Hey Chris, who have we got here?
We've got Timothy the tortoise,
Hi Timothy.
but he's actually a cold-blooded animal
Yeah.
from hot country. If I pass him to you, there you are.
Ooh,
As you warm him up, he'll get more active.
I see.
And each of the tortoises we have here have a nice story.
Do they really?
Yes, we didn't buy any of these, we were given each one.
Wow.
And most tortoise lives for many, many, many years. One of the tortoises we've got is over 80 years old.
That's older than my grandma. That's very
Timothy is over 30 years old. They have a very special diet as well. They eat fruit, a bit like they're 5 a day to keep healthy,
old. Yeah.
and vegetables.
That's very healthy, Timothy.
Yes.
Well done. Good job eating the greens. So they have a very hard shell on their back, don't they?
They do, and you
is
can
that
tell, well, each tortoise has a different type of shell.
I see.
If you hold Timothy, I'm going to get you another tortoise,
Okay.
and you'll see the difference.
Ah,
One
good
moment,
man.
back shortly. Now here we have another one, and this is Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
And as we had different goats, so you have different types of tortoises, and you can tell the difference because of their type of shell. It's
Ah.
very, very different.
They are very different, you're right. So, Chris, these tortoises look very sleepy to me. Do they like to sleep a lot?
Well, they love sleeping, but in fact, at one part of the year, they hibernate. In other words, they go to sleep for the winter. A bit like a dormouse, and a bit like a red squirrel, and a bit like a brown bear. Certain animals go to sleep in the winter because there isn't the food for them, or it's a bit cold.
So they sleep all through the winter.
They sleep all through the winter.
That is a long nap.
It's a long sleep.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you, Chris. Now it's time for the God's Amazing Animals quiz about the tortoise. What does a tortoise have on its back? Is it A, a tennis racket, B, a watermelon, or C, a shell? That's right, it's C, a shell. Well done. Are you ready for the next question? You are? Great! Which of these pictures is the odd one out? That's right. Good job. That's the end of today's show, but join us next time on God's Amazing Animals. Bye!